Afternoon, everyone. This is Elizabeth, Stumpin' Up demonstrator from Sydney, Australia. And today's the 29th of August. I don't know where this month has gone, but we have 2 days of winter left, but I must say that it has not felt like winter at all. Yesterday it was 29 degrees centigrade. Today it's now 24. And tomorrow it's supposed to be going to be 30. So, yeah, I think summer's come early. And I hope it's not the only summer we have. So, yeah, it's been beautiful weather. So, unfortunately, because we're coming into spring, my allergies are playing up at the moment. So I might be sniffing a little bit. I've got some fluids with me here that if I needed them, I'll do that as well. Today I decided that we would play with the stump set Lovely and Sweet. I'm going to show it to you here, and you can see I'm holding it up a little bit so that we don't have a reflection of it. But actually, can I get my hubby to go and get that album off the bookcase? It was one thing I wanted to show you. This came out in the annual catalogue, or was it the annual catalogue? It's in a previous catalogue, and it's in the annual catalogue again. Now, when it came out, it had this nature. It was called Nature's Sweetness, and I actually fell pretty much in love with it. It had this. It had some dyes, and it had some DSP. I'll just give you a quick peep at the DSP here. This is the DSP that came with it. I'm making this for a friend. I'll just give you a quick glimpse at the DSP. I'm going to hide his picture, but you can see it was in golds and grey, and it was just beautiful. So I just have to finish this album for him, which I will do one day soon. And just close that. Okay, so that was the DSP that came with it. So we used a lot of golds, a lot of greys, browns, and so on, which were absolutely lovely. But I decided today that I would revisit this, because sometimes we have stamp sets that we've had for a while, and we just leave them up on the shelf and don't use them. So today I'm going to make these two, well, one of these cards. So this one, and I'll put this one beside. So what I decided to do is, you can see there, was use blue. Well, it'll be no surprise to anybody that blue is probably one of my favorite colors, and I decided that I would make my own DSP. So I'm just going to set that aside for the moment. And what I did with these two was I got a sheet of basic white cardstock, and I stamped it. Now I'm going to show you what I did. I stamped it randomly with gold, so I did some gold embossing on it with a couple of the stamps out of the set, this one and this one. And then I got the leaves, these leaves here, and I stamped them sort of around the edge. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to colour this, use the blending brushes on this, and show you what I did. So I'm going to pop those up there for the moment, and I shall get my piece of paper, because I've got a nice clean piece of paper here. This is one that I had been using, great for doing this sort of thing. So now I've got my blending brushes right here. Get those. So I've got 3 there, and I've got some colour. So I've got, and I'm not sure where I put my mist. Oh, there's my mist. Okay, so I took these 3 off the colour wheel. I chose Balmy Blue, Balmy Blue, Azure Afternoon and Misty Moonlight. So I've already done the leaves in Misty Moonlight. I'm going to add some Balmy Blue first of all, I think, to this. I might use this one. So I'm going to put it on my brush, and then I'm going to just check that it's I think I need to use my and I'm just going to randomly place it on the card. So that it covers up some of the, okay. Now I know this piece is too big, but I will go down to the bottom anyway, and then I can decide what I'm going to do. Okay, I'll leave that one for the moment. Next one I'm going to take is Azure Afternoon. I love this colour actually, it's such a beautiful blue. You can see, look at that, how rich that is, but it's also very strong, so I'm wanting to make sure that I don't overwhelm with the colour. A little bit dark there, and I do want to have some of the white as well, so that I think will be enough of that. And every time you do this, it will actually look different. So let's take Misty Moonlight now, which is the darkest of them. And you can see it's almost like a navy color. And I just want to put a little bit on this, just to, that should be enough. Okay. Take my blending brushes and put them away again so that they're out of the way. There we go. Close up my Misty Moonlight. Okay, let me get my card pieces out. Okay, so the base of the card is basic white, and I have got a piece of Misty Moonlight here. It's going to go on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it, I'm actually going to do this one here, if you can see it. It's with the, I think, I'm not quite sure what nuts those are, but this is the one I'm going to do. So I need to cut it so that it's smaller than the Misty Moonlight. So I've got my cutter here, and let's cut this down. So it needs to be about 13.8. Cut that little bit off. And I think it needs to be 9.5. I believe is right, because the other was 10. Okay, so I've got that off as well. So just check that is exactly 9.5. Yeah. Good. Okay. So next thing to do, done there, is I'll take that away for now. I'll get my Misty Moonlight. I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to place it on the Misty Moonlight. Now I'm hoping I can get a little bit more out of this stamp and seal. It's almost finished. Okay, you can start to see the red. So I'm going to put that on like this. There we go. Now you can see I've done a bit of a double stamp here, but I'm not too worried about that because I can cover that up in a minute or two. Now, I had this, you can see I've got heaps of it, this denim ribbon. It's called, what is it called? Jeans band denim. It is 3/8 ribbon, and I'm going to put it around the card like this. So I'm going to put some more on the back. Just do a double one on the edge there, one along the top, and along the bottom, and I shall get my ribbon, put it on the right side. I reckon about there. Let me cut this with my ribbon scissors. I'm being very good with these ribbon scissors. I've put a little label on them that says ribbon only, and they stay in their pouch and they don't sit on my table, so there's no temptation to use them because they're brand new, and it makes it much less temptation to use them if I keep them in the packet. So let's turn this over and pop it down on the other side so it's even. Okay, now I'm going to place this on the card. Move my ribbon up there. Here we go. And that's sort of the base of the card. Now, I did do some, I love embossing. As many of my friends know, it's one of my favorite things to do. So I did some embossing of white on Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to use these. So these two I'm going to use, one on dimensionals and one just flat on the card. So let me get, so I'm going to put the flat one on first. Doesn't want to come out. There we go. And I will turn it over and I will place it like this on the card. So it's there. Now this one here I'm going to use dimensionals on, and grab those and I'll put them on the back. I just love the effect embossing has. You put your Versamark on, then you put your powder on, and then you add heat to it and the magic happens. And particularly with the white one, it looks sensational. So you can see that it just glows and it comes up really well. And I've got a little bin here that I'm just going to put the backs in, so I'm not gathering them up afterwards. And one more. Excellent. Okay, pop that down there. And this is going to go on top. And I think I want to put it probably like that. Okay. So it's up on top of the other one. Now, what I'm going to do is get my white trim. I'm just going to get a bit of it, and what I'm going to do is get this here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of tape just where that smudge is, because I want to put my white thread on the card like this, and that helps it stick in place before I add the sentiment. Let's make that a wee bit longer. This is the way I do it. I know people have different ways of doing it, but this is the way I do it. And grab my scissors again. I've been having fun this afternoon doing some cutting out. And I had my other scissors. Ah, yes, I see my other ones. They'll be fine for this. They're hiding in here. So I'm going to cut that there. Get rid of that. And then in the sentiment, I just just sending a bit of love. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of that. Grab them. And then we'll need about maybe 3 I put on it. There we go. And 1, 2, and my third one. And I'm just going to put that on top of the white thread like this. Okay, now I thought I'd put in some white dots, but I haven't put in the white matte dots, I don't think, by the look of it. But that's okay. So you could add, like I did to this one, some white matte dots, and that would even bring it up a little bit more. Now, did I do in the inside? What I did in the inside was I actually got the piece that I cut off, and I placed it in here like that when I need it to be like that. And I had a little bit of misty moonlight. Let me see if I can find a little bit that I put on underneath it. So I'm going to take time to do that. Let's move these stamps out of the way. Got a little strip of misty moonlight. Hi Deb, how are you? Good to see you. I wasn't sure who'd be with me this afternoon, so it's lovely to see you here. And what I'm going to do is put some tape on the back of this piece here, and I'm going to stick it onto. Actually, I think I want that bit a little bit thinner. Let's cut it. I think I could get 2 out of that. Let's do it. I think that's much better. I'll keep that little bit for another project. So I'm going to get this and put it on top, just so that it has navy misty moonlight sticking out just a little bit. Okay, now I want it to be 10.5 long, so let's get that and cut that, get rid of that, and thank you, Deb. It's nice to have someone here. Here we go. Put that on the back, and this one I cut it a slightly different way, so it's a bit shorter, but in this one I'm just going to put that right on the edge, as so, and just add to the inside. And that's my first card. So you can see I did it with this blossom and then with this blossom. So that's today's first card. The second card, when I was doing this, I thought, I wonder what it would be like if I flipped the colours over. So let me grab the next card. So this is the next card that I made, and you can see it uses this one here, but instead of doing it on Misty Moonlight, I did Misty Moonlight on white. So let's have a look at what I did with this one. So I've already done the embossing because it's very noisy and it takes a while for me to get that done. So I've embossed in white, and in white, and the white really comes up well on the Misty Moonlight. So that's going to go on my card. Let me get my tape. I have a feeling this is about to run out, but we'll see how long it lasts. Okay, very, very basic card. So I just done that. Just with field, lawn and garden and this sort of netting type thing. Move that to the side, and that's going to go right on my card like this. So let me put that straight on. It's a great card even just with doing that. Here we go. Now, you still have to stamp the flower. So I've got a piece of cardstock here, and I'm going to get the stamp out. It's this one. And I've got a large block for it. I'll just move that over there so I don't get it everywhere. And got my Misty Moonlight. Set that there for the moment. So let's see how we go. It's looking pretty good. Turn this over and pop it on. That's pretty good. Okay, set that in there out of the way. But I will wipe the stamp off so I don't get it everywhere. I am actually, well, generally a metric girl, Deb, but sometimes if I'm doing some things from the UK or the US, I'll put it into, I'll do it first in inches and then translate it. So now I've got this, I've got to get, I'm going to do this now. So I've got my plates, I've got my stamping machine, it's my mini one, and I just have to find the dies. Whoopsie daisy. I've been playing on the table all afternoon. And where have they gone? Here they are. So these are the lovely and sweet dies. So let me find the right one. This one here. This big one. Pop those there. Oh, I dropped that little guy. Right, so what I'm going to do is place this on my plate. Now I normally stand up to do this, but I'm going to try and sit and do it. And because it's just about the width of this, once I get it in place, sometimes I put tape on it. But I am going to risk not putting tape on it. And I'll put the plate on top. And I'm going to run it through my machine. Looks pretty good. Nice thing about this is that it does fit on your table. And here we go. So I'll take these off, take these away, close up my little machine. Now take this out, and there we go. There is this bit for the card. Okay, so again I'm going to use, I'll just push that little bit out so that there is a hole there. Use my dimensionals and put them on the leaves. And there, and right there, and there, there, and I might do one more because it's quite a big piece. Okay, so now to take these all off, and yeah, so when I do the cards and make up my own cards, I have it at 21 wide, 21 centimeters wide by and score it at 10.5, and then I make it about 14.85, 14.9, and that gives me the card base that I want. And then I take off about 5 mils for each layer that I put on. So the layer nearest the base would be 14.3. The next one would be 13.8, and so on. Okay, so now you'll notice I'm putting this on first because I want to place it there, like that. Now, when I did this, I thought, oh, that looks nice, but I think I could even brighten it up a little bit more. So I die cut. These are all from the same set. I die cut all these little pieces, and I thought, why not put them on the card? So I'm going to do that now. So there's this beautiful little sprig with some flowers and leaves, and you don't need a lot of glue. Just have to get it to come out. There we go. Just a little dot on it. Again with my trusty little mini gluer. And I'm going to put that one on. I think I'll put him there. Got some pretty little flowers too, so I'm going to put them on. Put one down there. Got a few here. Actually, I might get another sprig. And this guy is just leaves, so let's see how it goes. So pop it there. So this adds a little bit of like 3D feel to the card. And I'm going to put another one of these sprigs up there. So let's turn it over and put that on. Stay. Whoops, slipping on me. There we go. Sometimes just it gets caught in your finger. And I'll put a couple more little flowers on. I'm not going to use that one because I put the glue on the wrong side of it. Here we go, we'll use this one. You can go there. And I've got a teeny one here. Very cute. You cut these out in twos. And I've got another teeny one here. Pop him up in there. Stuck to my finger. And I reckon I need another one down the bottom here. There we go. And maybe a little one up the top. Excuse me, I'm concentrating. There we go. And that's my card. That's the front of my card done. I'll put these all away. You'll notice I also cut out some leaves in Misty Moonlight. So what I wanted to do is, I'm not sure I put the piece in that I wanted. Let me put the lid back on this. Okay, there we go. So you can't really leave your card like this because it's too hard to write in. So what you do is you get a piece of, here we go, got a piece here of Misty Moonlight, or of basic white. I'm going to make sure it's 10 centimeters. Until I'll cut it 14.3 first, because I might be able to use that bit for something else, and then I'll cut it 10 centimeters. Now you'll notice I didn't put any sentiments or anything in the front of this card. I just left it blank, but I've got these two little leaves, and what I'm going to do is I lift them up, add a teeny bit of glue to them, add one there, needs to stay though, and I'll get the other one, and I'm going to add it as well. Set that there, like that. Now I haven't glued underneath those, so what I'm going to do is just put a little dot of glue there so it sticks. Now that's the inside of my card, and I'm just going to place that on. I could put it on like, I think I want to put it on that way. So let me get my tape. There we go. And I'm going to pop it on with the leaves on the bottom right. So that's my card for the other one that I did. And I really like that card. It's a little bit different, and I enjoyed making that because it's just different from the other one. You can see it a totally different different look. So let's pop that one here. Just they're a little bit out of view, but that's not a bad thing. Okay, now my final card wanted to do something other than blue, so I decided that I was going to make this card. So it uses all the 3 flower blossoms on the card. So I decided to do this one in green because I had this idea of using green. So let me get everything out. One minute. Again, I've done a lot of my embossing. Okay, and all I want to do is grab my piece of paper again, and I just used mainly garden or Miss Old Olive in this. So grab that, put that one away because I don't need that one. I got my Old Olive, and I just went over it. In various places. If I want it a little darker, I can do so. You can see that that's a little darker. I think I want to put a little bit more dark on this here and that. Okay, now I thought, oh, that looks pretty, but I thought, oh, let's put a touch of pretty pink on it. So I got my pretty pink ink. Now it doesn't need very much. Just a little bit to give it a little bit of a lift. I might put a little bit up there, maybe a little bit down there. So off on the brush. Okay, so it just gives it a little bit of a lift. Move those out of the way. Now I'm going to place that on my Old Olive. like so. Turn it over, get my tape. Okay. Oops, got one of my flowers. There we go. And I've got some linen thread here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around once, twice, 3 times. And then I'm going to tie it off and knot it. Let's check that we've got all of those nice and tight. Make sure that we've got this one that I feel isn't tight enough yet. I'm just going to put a little bit of tension on it, like this. Now, so cut that, and then I'm going to get a couple of pieces of, move that out of the way, the linen thread, and I'm going to make a bow with it. So I've cut them in 2, and I'm going to make a double bow. Just to give it a little bit more depth. So just tie it off, and then I'll pull those in to the length I want them. Tighten it as I pull them in. Okay, now that I've done that, I can separate these 2. I might pull that one in from underneath. Where is it? It's hiding. Come on, 3. There you go. Okay. And I'm just going to tie this on my card with the 2 tails that I had in a nice firm knot where the middle bow is. You always hope this works when you're online. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. Turn that into a double knot. Now, I want to move it a little bit. It's a little bit too close to the back, so I think that's better. So get rid of that. I finished with that. And I want to make these a little shorter. There we go. Now, oh, do you know what I didn't bring in with me, honey? On my table there's a punch with a circle punch with a curved edge to it. So this is going to go on the card like so. It's great with enough rod here that I don't have to run and get it myself. He's very obliging. Perfect, thank you. Okay, so this is going to go on my card. Like that. Okay. Now, I wanted to make, I wanted to do something behind the flowers. So I actually got a piece of white cardstock, and I've got this decorative circle punch if I can open it. It has a curved, you can see it probably better on that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to punch it out like so. This is when the magic happens. Okay, pop that away. Now I'm going to get my old olive and a sponge double. Let's get that. go, that's the one I want. That back so that I can push that down, lock it in place so that they don't all fall out on me. And what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of green ink around the edge. Not finished yet, but you know, it's getting there. Pardon me. I reckon that's pretty good. You probably can't see it very well, but that will do. Now, I got my Mossy Meadow blend and opened it up. And I tapped, actually, I'll do it on this piece of paper. I tapped some ink to splatter all over this. Okay, and then I got my Wink of Stella and I did the same thing. So it probably won't show up on camera, but got just an outline. It's nice and strong. There it comes. I wanted just to give it a little bit of sparkle. You probably can't see that, but it's a bit hard to see on the camera, on the light. So, got that, and I've got my glue, and I've got coloured this in. So I used ivory for the flowers, and I just want to add a little bit more ivory to the centre of each flower so that it's a little bit stronger in the middle. Let's take it off that. A little bit around there. You can see that it and I've got also the bronze, so I'm going to just add a little bit of bronze into the inside of this flower, and a little bit of bronze on my on open buds, I guess they are. Okay, now turn this over, add some glue to the back. And I'm going to place it on top of this, like that. Okay, so it's lying flat on that. And then I'm going to turn this over and get my dimensionals. And there. One in the middle, and get rid of the little backs of them. I want to stick to my finger now because I've nearly finished my cards. There we go. And I'm going to place that on my card. Okay, just like that. You can see that that's there. Now I have I've been playing with cards all afternoon, so let me find my stump set again. There we go. I've got congratulations here. Pull it out. Almost finished, and I've got in here the block I want to use, so I'm just going to turn it over, pop it on the block. I'm going to stamp it on here in, I think I want to use the mossy meadow. It's just a little bit darker, so it will stand out. Let's pop it up. That looks pretty good. Put that in there. Close that up. And then I'm just going to cut around this freehand. I have my daughter's dog here because they're away at a wedding. It's happening tomorrow. And he started to wander around my feet because it's almost dinner time for him. He gets fed once a day, so he is, I think, trying to remind me that it's almost dinner time. Okay, so that's going to go. I'm going to take a little bit more off that end. And this is going to go on here. So what I'm going to do, because it's, I'm going to use some of the edge bits because I really want to try and, let's see what I can do. That one. Because it's going to go on top of the string, I want to make sure that it gets a little bit of a chance to stick, and then I'm going to put a couple of these in the middle of that. So it looks like a bit of overkill, but honestly, otherwise it becomes a little rocky. There we go. And one more. That's everything. And I'm just going to put that on here. Lift up my bow and pop it in place. And the bow can go over the top, like so. So it doesn't matter if it's a little bit, I just want to straighten it a little bit. Hidden by the bow, but that is my card. Now inside, what I want to do is just add this. Where am I going to add it? I'm into adding them at the bottom today, I think. Same, you could put a sentiment in the inside, make a beautiful sympathy card, a thinking of you card. I think I want to put it down here. And I've used a little bit of Wink of Stella on top of that, so that has brightened that up. And I think I'm going to do the same in the front, just to give it a bit. It also gives the colours a little bit of depth. You can see that just adds a little bit of richness to the colours that we've got. And that's my third card. So let's have a look at what we did today. We've got this one. I've even got another one. Been having fun colouring these in. So I've got one there. Okay, I think that was because I didn't get it put in this one and I was going to put it in this one. It's the one I did today. And this one. And this one. So just so you can see that those were, pop that up there so you can just see that done two of those as well, so that you can see we got our cards. So that's my contribution for today. I hope that you've enjoyed looking at these today, and yeah, it's been lots of fun. So I've already started prepping for next week, and I hope to see you, and we'll be into September. So I'll say afternoon to everyone, and hope to see you soon. Okay, bye.